Hi everybody, Brian Dillman here from the Racquet Sports Professionals Association. I wanted to share some information with you that you may or may not be aware of. Last month's issue of Boardroom Magazine featured racquet sports just in a big way, talking about programming, new facilities, all the new racquet sports that are happening in the facilities. And we wrote an article and we titled it The Higher Standard to really talk about the professionalization and certification of our sport and of the professionals in our sport. And what I really wanted to talk about today and share with you is just some data that I think is interesting for you to know. So to start with, half of our industry is unregulated. That means they have not gone through any certification, they've not gone through any sort of credentialing. So that means the half that is regulated, you've got to find out from them, like, what experience do they have, what kind of credentials do they have, what have they done to continue their education. From your perspective as a hiring manager, as a GM, or as a president or owner of a facility, you should know that. And you should dig into what kind of continuing education your professionals are doing and achieving every year or every 3 years. Back in 2014, we actually started requiring mandatory continuing education credits. Each 3 years, all of our professionals are required to get at least 15 continuing education credits. Well, the good news is many of our members overachieve that number. But one of the reasons we felt that was required is in other industries like law or medical or even the trades like plumbing and electrical, you have to continuously update and re-educate yourself so that your credentials are up to speed. Well, we felt like same thing. You know, our professionals are on court with your members, with adults, with children, with people from all ages and walks in life. They need to be credentialed and need to have this commitment to the industry, which is why we really think of this in terms of the higher standard. So what I also wanted to share with you today is just some examples for you to look at. If you look at a couple professionals, number 1, 2, 3 over here, professional number 1 has been a professional on court for 2 years. They played Division I college tennis. Maybe they've done some summer camp coaching in the past, and tennis is their primary sport. So this is one scenario. This is a real person. And then you see professional number 2 who really truly is committed to the industry. They have 10 years of experience. They actually went to a professional tennis management college and got that curriculum. They've done other credentialing and other education along the way. They're also certified in both tennis and pickleball. And one of the things that I'm really impressed with, they have over 450 cumulative hours of continuing education. And what that means with that amount of hours is that means they're trying to be on the leading edge of information. They're trying to have the latest drills, the latest programming tips so that your members will benefit from their experience. And then you get over to professional number 3. 15 years of experience, may or may not have played college tennis, has gone through a litany of continuing education programs, is certified in multiple racket sports, up to 4, but look at this, and this is a real person, 1,700 hours of continuing education. So you have to look at all these 3 things together when you're looking at hiring people, when you're looking at promoting them, even when you're looking at what you charge for lessons and programming. It should be based on experience and this commitment to the industry. As a matter of fact, we measure this every year, and of our 14,000 members, our leading member this year got 498.25 hours of continuing education. Very impressive. And collectively, our association earned over 68,800 continuing education hours this past year. So as you're thinking about your business, your facility, your club, make sure you do a full analysis, not just of their experience or maybe where they played tennis, but what commitment have they made to the industry, which is going to translate into what commitment have they made to your members, the member experience, and giving you the best overall experience for your club. Clearly, the people that are doing 450 or 1,700 hours over the course of their career is somebody that is really committed to the industry, which means they're going to be committed to your members. Thanks very much. That's all from here.